When it comes to designing a structure or a space, whatever it may be, creating a steady, grounded concept can be hard. And if you're an architect who just can't seem to find a good base for your designs, this video will help you discover the little tips and tricks to improve your design skills and think like an architect. In order to think like an architect, you must understand that architecture is more of a concept rather than a structure. When you decide to start a fresh design, it's important to create an idea of what the structure will look like. Instead of just sketching random walls and measurements, use the three-factor rule. The three-factor rule is used to create the base design, and it involves having the idea revolve around three main factors: context, climate, and functionality. Context being the purpose of the building. Is it a home embracing natural elements of the forest? Is it a busy office complex? These questions help us with the design. Also think of climate. If we're designing a home where the location is, let's say, a desert or a hot climate, you would want to create a closed plan, but at the same time use windows to embrace the hot sun. The building should correspond with the climate. And most importantly, functionality. If you were to design a busy office complex, you would want to make it functional and easily accessible. You could add ramps or elevators and keep it connected and make it functional. Another tip is, sketch it out. Sketch out your design. First, starting out with simple shapes and a simple layout. Form an idea of how you want your design to look like. It doesn't have to be perfect in the beginning, but once you have a clear vision of how you want it to look like on paper, it can be easier to sketch out the real thing. Use it as a base to then add details and make it into a realistic sketch. If you're a beginner and don't know how to sketch, start out learning point perspectives. There are many types of point perspectives, but the most common are first point perspective and second point perspective. Point perspective is basically the leading point, which will guide the drawing. For example, in this sketch, we are using first point perspective, where we use one point to guide all the lines in the drawing. Another example that this sketch uses is two-point perspective, where two lines are used to guide the drawing lines. If you really want to tell a story with your work and elevate your designs, use shapes. Certain shapes can help convey a message and develop the mood of the space. For example, if your design would include square windows perfectly lined up like a grid, it would convey formality and a clean, sleek mood. If you were to use abstract, uneven shapes, it would express creativity and freedom, introducing an element of surprise and uniqueness into your design. Experiment with colors and material as well. Using warm tones could make your space feel more cozy and warm, which is why most likely would use warm tones for a house or a living space. Cool tones would make a space feel more calm and open. When you carefully select the colors you want to use, you can change the mood and style of the space. Overall, when creating a design, it should be a concept. Don't rush to try to come up with ideas. It should come naturally and you should build on your idea. Don't be afraid to experiment with design styles. Test your idea and see if it works. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you would like to learn how to improve your design skills, you should follow my channel.